Hello there, and welcome to the Sleep Whisperer. Tonight, we will embark on a serene journey into the heart of the world, forests, exploring 100 wondrous facts about the ancient woods and the hidden world beneath our feet. A quiet, verdant realm that blankets a third of our planet, these forests are not just collections of trees, but complex, living networks teeming with life both seen and unseen. From the towering canopies that brush the clouds to the fungal webs that weave magic in the dark earth, the woodland holds stories of cooperation, survival, and breathtaking beauty. So, find a comfortable position, let your breathing become slow and deep, and allow your mind to wander along dappled sunlit paths and into the deep, quiet shadows. Whether you are here to unwind, to learn, or to simply drift into a peaceful slumber, these gentle narratives and fascinating truths will guide you into a restful night. Let's begin. The world's oldest living organism is a forest of a single tree. In the arid mountains of Utah, there lives a being known as Pando, a vast grove of quaking aspen trees that appears to be a forest of many individuals, but is, in fact, one single, colossal organism. All the trees in this 106-acre expanse are genetically identical and connected by a single massive root system estimated to be over 80,000 years old. This ancient entity has survived ice ages, climatic shifts, and the rise of human civilization, slowly spreading and regenerating from its own roots. Pando, Latin for I spread, is a testament to the resilience and hidden connectivity of life, a silent, enduring giant whose true nature was only recently understood. A single handful of forest soil contains more microorganisms than there are people on Earth. Beneath the blanket of fallen leaves lies a universe in miniature. The rich, dark soil of a healthy forest is not merely dirt, it is a teeming metropolis of life. In a single handful, you might hold billions of bacteria, millions of fungi, thousands of protozoa, and countless nematodes and micro-arthropods. This incredible biodiversity is the engine of the forest, tirelessly working to decompose organic matter, recycle nutrients, and build the very foundation upon which the towering trees depend. This hidden world is a reminder that the greatest wonders are often those we cannot see with the naked eye. Some trees can talk to each other through an underground fungal network, often called the Wood Wide Web. The forest floor is crisscrossed with a symbiotic network of mycorrhizal fungi. These tiny fungal threads, or mycelium, connect the roots of trees and plants in a vast subterranean internet. Through this network, trees can share resources, sending carbon, nitrogen, and water to neighbors in need, particularly young saplings struggling in the shade. They can also send warning signals about insect attacks or diseases, allowing nearby trees to preemptively ramp up their own defenses. This cooperative system challenges the idea of nature as purely competitive, revealing a world of quiet, communal support. The Amazon rainforest generates half of its own rainfall. The vast Amazon basin creates its own weather in a remarkable self-sustaining cycle. The immense volume of water released by the trees through transpiration, where water evaporates from their leaves, combines with evaporation from the soil and rivers to form vast clouds. These clouds then travel on the wind, releasing rain that nourishes the forest further west. This hydrological loop is so powerful that it influences rainfall patterns across much of South America. The forest, quite literally, breathes the rain into being, a beautiful example of an ecosystem engineering its own survival. A fallen log can create a nurse log for an entire new generation of trees. When a great tree falls in the forest, it does not signify an end, but a beginning. This decaying log becomes a nurse log, a fertile cradle for new life. Its spongy, nutrient-rich wood holds moisture like a sponge and provides a perfect substrate for seeds to germinate. Often you will see a straight line of young hemlocks or spruces growing from the moss, covered back of a fallen giant. The nurse log provides them with a head start, free from the thick competition of the forest floor. And as the seedlings grow, their roots slowly envelop and consume the log that gave them life. The scent of the forest, known as petrica, is a chemical released by soil bacteria. That distinctive, earthy smell that rises after a rain shower in the woods, especially after a dry spell, has a name, petrica. It is caused primarily by a compound called geosmin, which is produced by bacteria in the soil, particularly Streptomyces. These bacteria release geosmin when they produce spores, and the force of raindrops hitting the soil aerosolizes these compounds, carrying the evocative scent into the air. Humans are exquisitely sensitive to the smell of geosmin, a lingering sensory connection to our ancestral past and the health of the land. Some fungi glow in the dark, a phenomenon known as foxfire. In the deep, dark heart of old-growth forests, on rotting logs and damp leaf litter, a faint, ethereal greenish light can sometimes be seen. This is foxfire, the bioluminescence produced by certain species of fungi, most notably Armillaria, honey fungus. The chemical reaction within the fungal mycelium produces this ghostly glow, which was once used by early miners and woodsmen as a natural lantern. It is thought that the light may attract insects that help disperse the fungus, spores, turning the forest floor into a silent, starry sky. The tallest trees in the world, coast redwoods, can make their own rain. The majestic coast redwoods of California, which can reach heights of over 115 meters, 380 feet, have developed a unique strategy to hydrate their uppermost branches, which are far above the reach of normal rain clouds. In the foggy conditions, common along the coast, the tree's needles intercept moisture from the fog. This moisture then drips down to the forest floor, significantly contributing to the water supply of the entire redwood ecosystem. In this way, the trees capture water directly from the air, creating a personal rain shower for themselves and the plants below. A single oak tree can support over 2,000 species of life. An ancient oak is not just a tree, it is a bustling habitat, a high-rise apartment for a staggering array of creatures. Its leaves feed caterpillars, its acorns nourish squirrels, jays, and deer. Its bark provides shelter for countless insects, and lichens its hollows offer nests for birds and dens for mammals. From the canopy to the root tips, it is a hub of biodiversity. This makes the preservation of such keystone species critical, as their loss cascades through the entire ecosystem. The heartwood of a tree is entirely dead. The strong central core of a tree trunk, which provides its structural support, is composed of dead cells. This heartwood is filled with resins and tannins that make it resistant to decay and give it its rich color. All the living processes of the tree, transporting water, storing sugar, and growing, occur in the thin outer layers, the sapwood, cambium, and bark. A mighty tree, then, is a living being built upon a skeleton of its own past. A beautiful paradox of life supported by death. Butterflies can taste with their feet. To find the right plant on which to lay their eggs, butterflies have evolved taste receptors on their feet. When a female butterfly lands on a leaf, she is instantly able to taste whether it is the correct host plant for her caterpillars. This ensures her offspring will have the proper food source as soon as they hatch. This delicate sensory mechanism highlights the intricate and specialized relationships between insects and the specific plants they depend on. The patterns on a monarch butterfly's wings are a warning to predators. The vibrant orange and black patterns of the monarch butterfly are not just for beauty. They are a classic example of aposematism, or warning coloration. Monarch caterpillars feed exclusively on milkweed, which contains toxic cardiac glycosides. These toxins accumulate in the insect's body, making both the caterpillar and the adult butterfly poisonous and foul. Tasting to birds and other predators, The striking pattern serves as a universally understood sign in the animal kingdom. Do not eat me. A woodpecker's tongue wraps around its skull to cushion its brain, to withstand the incredible force of repeatedly hammering its beak into wood, an impact that can exceed 1,000 times the force of gravity. A woodpecker has evolved a remarkable shock absorption system. Its tongue is so long that its hyoid apparatus, the bones that support the tongue, extends backwards, curling up and over the back of the skull, often anchoring near the nostrils. This structure, along with a spongy bone in the skull and strong neck muscles, acts as a safety belt, protecting its brain from concussion. The droppings of the spotted hyena are often white because they are full of calcium from crushed bones. The spotted hyena, a powerful scavenger and hunter, has immensely strong jaws capable of crushing and consuming the bones of its prey. Its digestive system is so efficient that it can digest and extract nutrients from this bony material. The excess calcium from the bones is excreted, causing the hyena's droppings, known as scat, to harden and turn a chalky white color. These white markers are a common sight on the African savanna, a testament to the hyena's unique ecological role as the recycler of the plains. The male bowerbird builds an elaborate structure, a bower, not for nesting, but solely to attract a mate. In the forests of New Guinea and Australia, the male bowerbird is a master architect and artist. He does not help raise the young. His entire reproductive strategy is to construct and decorate an elaborate structure called a bower. These are not nests, but carefully arranged avenues or towers of sticks, meticulously decorated with a curated collection of colorful objects: blue feathers, berries, shells, bottle caps, and even plastic pens. The female visits multiple bowers, judging the males on their architectural skill and aesthetic sense, choosing the most impressive builder as her mate. The lyrebird is one of the world's most talented mimics, capable of perfectly imitating chainsaws, camera shutters, and car alarms. Native to the rainforests of Australia, the superb lyrebird has an astonishingly complex syrinx vocal organ that allows it to replicate almost any sound it hears. Its natural song is a beautiful medley of other bird calls, but it seamlessly incorporates artificial sounds from its environment. The sound of a logging chainsaw, a camera's click, or the warning beep of a reversing truck can all be perfectly reproduced by this feathered virtuoso, creating a surreal soundscape in the deep forest. A sloth only defecates once a week, and it does so on the ground, which is its most vulnerable moment. The sloth, perfectly adapted for a life of slow movement in the treetops, has an extraordinarily slow metabolism. It only descends from the safety of the canopy about once a week to relieve itself on the forest floor. This is a dangerous and energetically costly endeavor, exposing the slow-moving animal to predators like jaguars and harpy eagles. Scientists believe this risky behavior may help to fertilize the host tree or maintain a relationship with moths that live in the sloth's fur, a puzzling and fascinating aspect of its biology. The poison dart frog's toxicity comes from its diet of ants and mites. The vibrant, jewel-colored poison dart frogs of Central and South America are among the most toxic animals on Earth. However, they do not manufacture their poisons themselves. The toxins, known as alkaloids, are derived from their diet of specific ants, mites, and other small arthropods. Frogs raised in captivity on a different diet are completely harmless. This means the frog's deadly nature is a direct result of its place in the complex food web of the rainforest. The silk of a spider is weight for weight, stronger than steel. A spider's silk is one of the most remarkable materials in the natural world. It is incredibly lightweight and elastic, yet, on a per-weight basis, it is stronger than high-grade steel. It can be stretched up to 40% of its length without breaking. This combination of strength and flexibility makes it an ideal material for building webs that can absorb the impact of flying insects. Scientists are actively studying spider silk in hopes of creating new, super strong, and biodegradable materials for medicine and industry. A single bee colony can pollinate 300 million flowers in a single day. The collective effort of a honeybee hive is a powerhouse of pollination. A single, healthy hive containing tens of thousands of bees can make millions of flower visits in a day, transferring pollen from one blossom to another and enabling the reproduction of a vast array of plants, including many of the fruits, vegetables, and nuts that humans rely on. This immense productivity underscores the critical importance of bees and other pollinators to the health of terrestrial ecosystems and global food security. The archerfish hunts by shooting jets of water to knock insects off leaves above the water. In the mangrove forests and freshwater streams of Southeast Asia, the archerfish has developed a unique hunting technique. It can accurately shoot a powerful jet of water from its mouth by compressing its gill covers. This water jet can knock spiders, insects, and other small prey off overhanging leaves and branches, causing them to fall into the water where the fish can eat them. The archerfish even accounts for the refraction of light in water, making it a skilled marksman. The Venus flytrap counts the number of times its trigger hairs are touched before it closes. The Venus flytrap, a carnivorous plant, is more intelligent than it appears. Its modified leaves have sensitive trigger hairs on the inside. A single touch does nothing. It is a safeguard against wasting energy on a false alarm, like a falling raindrop. The plant only snaps shut when 2 or more distinct touches occur within about 20 seconds. This counting mechanism ensures that it only traps living, struggling prey that is likely to provide a nutritious meal. The corpse flower smells like rotting flesh to attract its specific pollinators, carrion beetles and flesh flies. Amorphophallus titanum. The Titanarum or corpse flower produces the largest unbranched inflorescence in the world. When it blooms, which is rare and unpredictable, it emits a powerful stench of rotting meat. This foul odor, combined with the flower's deep red flesh-like interior, is designed to attract its pollinators, insects that are naturally drawn to decomposing animals. It is a masterful, if pungent, deception in the competition for pollination in the dense rainforest. The hummingbird is the only bird that can fly backwards, thanks to a unique ball and socket joint at its shoulder. The hummingbird can rotate its wings in a full circle. This allows it to hover with incredible precision and, unlike any other bird, fly backwards and even upside down. This aerial agility is essential for feeding from flowers, allowing it to maneuver with pinpoint accuracy without having to constantly reorient its body. A group of porcupines is called a prickle. The collective noun for porcupines is wonderfully apt, a prickle of porcupines. These solitary animals do occasionally congregate, particularly in the winter for warmth. Their defensive quills, which are modified hairs, are a formidable deterrent. When threatened, a porcupine will raise its quills and lash out with its tail. Contrary to popular myth, they cannot shoot their quills, but the quills detach easily upon contact and are painfully difficult to remove due to backward-facing barbs. The slow loris is the world's only venomous primate. The cute, big-eyed slow loris of Southeast Asia harbors a secret weapon. It produces a toxin from a gland on its elbow. The loris will lick this gland, mixing the secretion with its saliva to activate it. It can then deliver a toxic bite to predators or use the venom to groom itself and its offspring, possibly providing a layer of protection. This unique adaptation makes it the only known primate with a venomous bite. The language of prairie dogs is one of the most complex animal languages ever studied. Prairie dogs, social rodents of the North American grasslands, have a sophisticated system of vocal communication. Their calls, or barks, are not just simple alarms. Research has shown they can communicate detailed information, describing the type of predator, e.g. hawk, coyote, human, its size, shape, color, and even the speed at which it is traveling. Different colonies even have distinct dialects, demonstrating a level of linguistic complexity once thought to be unique to humans. The male seahorse is the one that gets pregnant and gives birth. In a unique role reversal in the animal kingdom, it is the male seahorse that carries the developing young and gives birth. The female deposits her eggs into a specialized brood pouch on the male's abdomen. He then fertilizes the eggs internally and carries them for several weeks, providing oxygen and nutrients through a placental-like connection. When the embryos are fully developed, the male goes through muscular contractions to expel hundreds of tiny, formed seahorses into the water. The mimic octopus can impersonate up to 15 different species to avoid predators. Found in the Indo-Pacific region, the mimic octopus is a master of disguise. It can not only change its color and texture to blend with the seafloor, but it can also alter its body shape and swimming pattern to convincingly imitate other, more dangerous animals. To deter a damselfish, it might mimic a banded sea snake. To frighten a small predator, it can flatten its body and spread its arms to look like a venomous lionfish or a flounder. This behavioral flexibility is a stunning example of evolutionary ingenuity. The bombardier beetle defends itself by firing a boiling, toxic chemical spray from its abdomen. When threatened, the bombardier beetle performs a remarkable chemical feat. It stores 2 separate chemicals in glands in its abdomen. When it needs to defend itself, it mixes them in a reaction chamber, where an explosive reaction heats the mixture to nearly 100 degrees Celsius, 212 degrees Fahrenheit. It then aims its flexible abdominal tip and fires a rapid pulse jet of this boiling, irritating chemical spray at its attacker, with impressive accuracy. The pangolin is the world's most trafficked mammal. The pangolin, or scaly anteater, is a unique, nocturnal mammal covered in protective keratin scales. Sadly, its scales are in high demand for traditional medicine, and its meat is considered a delicacy in some parts of the world, making it the target of intense poaching and illegal trade. All 8 species of pangolin are now threatened with extinction, a silent tragedy unfolding in the forests and savannas of Africa and Asia. The axolotl can regenerate its entire brain, heart, and limbs perfectly throughout its life. The axolotl, a salamander native to the lake complex of Xochimilco in Mexico, possesses an almost miraculous ability to regenerate. If it loses a limb, it can regrow a perfect, fully functional replacement, complete with bones, muscles, and nerves, in a matter of weeks. It can also regenerate its jaw, spinal cord, and even large portions of its heart and brain without any scarring. Scientists study the axolotl intensely, hoping to unlock the secrets of its regenerative powers for human medicine. The tardigrade, or water bear, can survive the vacuum of space and lethal levels of radiation. Tardigrades are microscopic, 8-legged animals that are virtually indestructible. They can enter a state of cryptobiosis, a form of suspended animation when faced with extreme conditions. In this state, they can withstand temperatures from just above absolute zero to well above the boiling point of water, pressures 6 times greater than those in the deepest ocean trenches, and ionizing radiation thousands of times the lethal dose for a human. They have even survived exposure to the vacuum and solar radiation of outer space. The platypus is a mammal that lays eggs, has venomous spurs, and uses electroreception to hunt. The platypus is so unusual that when the first specimen was sent to Europe, scientists thought it was a hoax. It is one of only 5 species of monotremes, mammals that lay eggs. The male has a venomous spur on his hind foot. It is also one of the few mammals with electroreception. It can detect the tiny electrical fields generated by the muscle contractions of its prey in the muddy riverbeds where it forages, hunting with its eyes, ears, and nose closed. The Greenland shark can live for over 400 years, making it the longest living vertebrate. In the cold, dark waters of the Arctic and North Atlantic, The Greenland shark swims slowly through the centuries, using radiocarbon dating of the lenses of their eyes. Scientists have determined that these sharks can live for at least 400 years, with some individuals possibly reaching 500. They grow only about 1 centimeter per year and do not reach sexual maturity until they are around 150 years old, meaning a shark alive today could have been born before the American Revolution. The immortal jellyfish can revert back to its juvenile polyp stage after reaching maturity. Turritopsis dohrnii, often called the immortal jellyfish, is the only known animal that can potentially live forever. When it faces physical distress, starvation, or simply ages, it can transform its cells back into a younger state, reverting to a polyp, the stage right after it settles from a larva. It can then begin its life cycle anew. This process, known as transdifferentiation, can, in theory, repeat indefinitely, making it biologically immortal. The star-nosed mole can identify and eat prey faster than the human brain can process the visual signal. The star-nosed mole of North America has one of the most unique and sensitive sensory organs in the animal kingdom, a ring of 22 fleshy, pink tentacles around its snout. This star is covered with over 25,000 sensory receptors, called IMA-S organs. It uses this organ to touch and identify microscopic prey in the dark, damp soil where it lives. It is the fastest-eating mammal in the world, able to identify and consume a food item in as little as 120 milliseconds, faster than the blink of an eye. The pistol shrimp can snap its claw with such speed that it creates a cavitation bubble hotter than the sun. Surface. The pistol shrimp has an oversized claw that it can snap shut with astonishing velocity. This action shoots a jet of water so fast that it creates a cavitation bubble. When this bubble collapses, it produces a flash of light, a sound louder than a gunshot, reaching 218 decibels, and, for a fraction of a microsecond, temperatures that can exceed the surface temperature of the sun, around 4,700 degrees Celsius or 8,500 degrees Fahrenheit. The shockwave from this event is powerful enough to stun or kill small fish. The mantis shrimp has the most complex eyes in the animal kingdom. The mantis shrimp has compound eyes that are mounted on stalks and can move independently. Each eye has trinocular vision and can perceive up to 16 color receptors. Humans have only 3, allowing it to see a spectrum of light far beyond our comprehension, including ultraviolet and polarized light. They can also see cancer cells and neural activity through subtle shifts in light polarization. Their visual processing is incredibly fast, helping them coordinate their lightning-fast, club-like strikes. The peregrine falcon is the fastest animal on the planet, reaching over 240 miles per hour in its hunting stoop. While the cheetah is the fastest land animal, the peregrine falcon is the fastest creature overall. When hunting, it goes into a steep, high-speed dive called a stoop. Tucking its wings in to become a streamlined bullet, it can reach speeds of over 240 miles per h-hour, 386 kilometers per h-hour as it plummets towards its prey, usually other birds in mid-flight. The force of the impact is often enough to kill the prey instantly. The diabolical ironclad beetle can survive being run over by a car. This desert-dwelling beetle has one of the toughest exoskeletons in the natural world. Its interlocking puzzle-like structures, combined with the incredibly strong protein matrix, allow its shell to deform under immense pressure without fracturing. It can withstand a force of 1949 newtons, about 39,000 times its own body weight. To a human, that would be like surviving the weight of 40 M1 Abrams battle tanks. Engineers are studying its structure to design stronger, more durable materials. The common swift can stay airborne for up to 10 months without landing. The common swift is a master of the air. It eats, drinks, mates, and even sleeps while flying. Young swifts after leaving the nest, may spend their first 2 or 3 years in constant flight before they land to breed. They are capable of flying for up to 10 consecutive months, only landing to nest. Their bodies are perfectly adapted for this lifestyle, with long, slender wings and a streamlined body. The bar-tailed godwit undertakes the longest non-stop migration of any bird, flying 7,500 miles from Alaska to New Zealand. The bar-tailed godwit makes an epic, trans-Pacific flight that defies belief. Without stopping to eat, drink, or rest, it flies from its breeding grounds in Alaska directly to its wintering grounds in New Zealand and Australia, a journey of over 7,500 miles, 12,000 kilometers. That takes roughly 8 days and nights of continuous flight. To accomplish this, it undergoes incredible physiological changes, shrinking its digestive organs to build up massive fat reserves for fuel. The Arctic tern has the longest migration of any animal, traveling from the Arctic to the Antarctic and back each year. The Arctic tern experiences more daylight than any other creature on Earth. It breeds in the Arctic summer and then flies to the Antarctic for the southern summer, following an endless summer. This round-trip journey can be over 44,000 miles, 71,000 kilometers, in a single year, over its lifetime of 15 to 30 years. An Arctic tern can travel a distance equivalent to going to the moon and back 3 times. The wandering albatross can glide for hours without a single flap of its wings. With the largest wingspan of any living bird, up to 11 feet or 3.4 meters, the wandering albatross is a soaring specialist. It uses a flight technique called dynamic soaring to harness the energy from the wind gradients just above the waves of the Southern Ocean. It can glide for thousands of miles, for hours on end, without flapping its wings, expending minimal energy as it patrols the vast, open ocean for food. The dragonfly can fly in any direction, including backwards, and has a 95% success rate when hunting. The dragonfly is an aerial predator of unparalleled skill. Its 4 wings can operate independently, allowing for incredible maneuverability. It can hover, fly straight up, down, sideways, and backwards. It has nearly 360-degree vision, and its brain is so efficient at processing visual information that it can predict the movement of its prey and intercept it in mid-air, leading to one of the highest hunting success rates in the animal kingdom. The antlion larva digs a pit in the sand to trap its prey. The larval form of the antlion, a flying insect, is a clever trap builder. It digs a conical pit in dry, fine sand by moving in a spiral and flicking sand out with its head. It then buries itself at the bottom of the pit, with only its large sickle-shaped jaws exposed. When an ant or other small insect stumbles into the pit, the loose sand gives way, sliding the prey towards the bottom, where the waiting larva seizes it and injects it with digestive enzymes. The caddisfly larva builds a protective case around itself out of sand, stones, and twigs. The aquatic larvae of caddisflies are nature's original architects. To protect their soft bodies from predators, they secrete silk from their salivary glands and use it to cement together tiny pieces of whatever is available in their freshwater habitat. Sand grains, tiny pebbles, bits of leaf, or even small shells. The result is a unique portable armored case that they live inside, carrying it with them as they crawl along the stream bed. The trap-jaw ant has the fastest recorded predatory strike in the animal kingdom. The trap-jaw ant's mandibles are spring-loaded. They can be cocked open and locked into place, storing immense energy. When a trigger hair on the inside of the mandible is touched, they snap shut with an explosive force. This strike can accelerate at over 1,000 meters per second squared, closing in less than 0.13 milliseconds. The force is so great that the ant can use its mandibles to catapult itself away from danger, performing a defensive jump. The leafcutter ant doesn't eat the leaves it cuts. It uses them to farm fungus. Leafcutter ants are sophisticated farmers. They march in long lines, cutting pieces of leaves and flowers and carrying them back to their massive underground nests. They do not eat this vegetation directly. Instead, they chew it into a pulp and use it as a substrate to cultivate a specific species of fungus. The ants then feed on the nutrient-rich fungal gardens, and they have been tending these fungal crops for millions of years. The Saharan silver ant has specialized hairs that reflect sunlight, allowing it to survive in the world's hottest desert, to survive the scorching temperatures of the Sahara, where surface sands can reach 70 degrees Celsius, 158 degrees Fahrenheit. The silver ant has evolved a unique adaptation, triangular prism, like hairs that cover its body. These hairs are highly reflective in the visible and near-infrared range, effectively acting as a suit of mirrors that reflects the sun's radiation and helps keep the ant's body temperature cooler. They only venture out of their nests for a few minutes a day during the peak heat to scavenge for food. The peacock spider is a tiny, colorful spider known for its elaborate mating dance. The male peacock spider, native to Australia, is only a few millimeters long but is spectacularly colored with iridescent blues, reds, and golds. To attract a female, he performs a complex, choreographed courtship dance, raising his brilliantly patterned abdomen like a peacock's tail, and waving his third pair of legs, which are adorned with fluffy white tips, in a rhythmic display. If the female is impressed, she will mate. If not, she may eat him. The Goliath bird-eater tarantula is the largest spider in the world by mass. Despite its intimidating name, the Goliath bird-eater of South America rarely eats birds. It is, however, the world's most massive spider, with a leg span of up to 11 inches, 28 centimeters, and a body weight of over 6 ounces, 170 grams. It is a formidable predator, hunting insects, frogs, and small rodents. When threatened, it can rub its abdomen with its hind legs, releasing a cloud of irritating, urticating hairs into the air. The diving bell spider is the only spider that lives almost entirely underwater. The diving bell spider has adapted to an aquatic life. It spins a web, but it constructs it underwater, shaping it into a bell-like structure that it anchors to aquatic plants. It then travels to the surface, traps a bubble of air in the hairs on its abdomen, and carries it down to fill the bell. This diving bell acts as an underwater gill, extracting oxygen from the water and allowing the spider to live, hunt, and raise its young beneath the surface. The architecture of a termite mound includes a complex ventilation and temperature regulation system. A termite mound is not just a pile of dirt, it is a masterpiece of biological engineering. The structure, which can be many meters tall, is designed to maintain a stable internal environment. It features a network of chimneys and channels that use wind and temperature differences to circulate air, venting carbon dioxide and drawing in fresh oxygen. The mound's walls also regulate temperature and humidity, creating a perfect climate for the termites and their cultivated fungal gardens. The Buyer Weaver bird builds an intricate woven nest with a long entrance tube to deter predators. The male Buyer Weaver is a skilled nest builder. Using strips of grass and leaves, he meticulously weaves a retort-shaped nest, which hangs from the tip of a tree branch, often over water. The nest features a long, vertical entrance tube that makes it difficult for snakes and other predators to access the inner chamber where the eggs and chicks are kept. The female inspects the nest, and if it meets her standards, she will mate with the builder. The sociable weaver builds a massive communal nest that can house hundreds of birds for generations. In the arid savannas of southern Africa, the sociable weaver constructs what is likely the largest nest built by any bird. This huge, thatched structure, built in a large tree or on a telephone pole, can weigh over a ton and be used by hundreds of birds from multiple generations. The nest is a cooperative effort. with different chambers for different pairs, providing insulation from the heat of the day and the cold of the night. The Vogelkop Gardner bowerbird is a minimalist artist who creates a hut and carefully curates a display of colorful objects. A relative of the bowerbird, the Vogelkop Gardner bowerbird of New Guinea takes a different artistic approach. Instead of an avenue of sticks, he builds a small hut-like structure from moss and sticks. He then meticulously clears a lawn in front of it, using pieces of moss as a rake. His decoration is a carefully arranged collection of colorful berries, flowers, beetle wings, and other found objects, which he refreshes daily to maintain their vibrant appearance for visiting females. The male pufferfish creates stunning, geometric circular patterns in the sand to attract a mate. On the sea floor off the coast of Japan, a species of pufferfish creates one of nature's most exquisite works of art. The male, using only his fins, tirelessly swims and wriggles in the sand for days, creating a complex circular pattern of ridges and valleys that can be over 2 meters in diameter. The intricate grooves not only attract females but may also help channel water currents to highlight the central nest where she will lay her eggs. The decorator crab camouflages itself by attaching living organisms to its shell. The decorator crab takes camouflage to an artistic level. Its carapace is covered in tiny hooks. It actively snips pieces of seaweed, sponges, hydroids, and other marine organisms and attaches them to these hooks, effectively creating a living, moving garden on its back. This provides it with near-perfect camouflage against the reef backdrop. Some species even choose toxic organisms, adding a layer of chemical defense to their disguise. The stonefish is the most venomous fish in the world, with spines that can deliver an agonizing and potentially fatal sting. The stonefish is a master of camouflage, looking almost identical to a rock or piece of coral. It lies motionless on the seafloor, waiting for prey to swim by. On its back are 13 sharp dorsal spines, each equipped with 2 venom glands. The venom is a powerful neurotoxin that causes excruciating pain, paralysis, and tissue necrosis. A sting can be fatal to humans if not treated promptly. It is a potent reminder that beauty, or in this case, plainness, can be deadly in the natural world. The cone snail uses a harpoon-like tooth to deliver a venom that can kill a human in minutes. Cone snails are beautiful, patterned mollusks that are also highly predatory. They hunt fish by using a specialized hollow harpoon-like tooth called a radula to inject a complex cocktail of neurotoxins. This venom is so potent that it can instantly paralyze a fish. Some species, like the geographic cone, have a sting powerful enough to kill a human. There is no antivenom, but the toxins are being studied for their potential as non-addictive painkillers. The blue ringed octopus, small enough to fit in the palm of your hand, carries enough tetrodotoxin to paralyze and kill 26 adult humans. The blue ringed octopus is deceptively beautiful and incredibly dangerous. When threatened, its iridescent blue rings glow brightly as a warning. Its saliva contains a powerful neurotoxin, tetrodotoxin, for which there is no known antidote. The toxin causes muscle paralysis, including the muscles needed for breathing, leading to respiratory arrest and death. Its small size and potent venom make it one of the ocean's most formidable creatures. The inland taipan of Australia has the most toxic venom of any land snake. A single bite from the inland taipan, also known as the fierce snake, contains enough venom to kill at least 100 adult humans. Its venom is a complex mix of neurotoxins, hemotoxins, and myotoxins that can cause paralysis, internal bleeding, and muscle damage. Despite its fearsome reputation, it is a shy and reclusive snake that lives in remote, arid regions of Australia and rarely comes into contact with people. The king cobra is the world's longest venomous snake and can stand up to look a full-grown person in the eye. The king cobra can reach lengths of over 18 feet, 5.5 meters. When threatened, it can raise the front third of its body off the ground and spread its iconic hood. In this position, a large individual can be tall enough to look a human adult in the face. It is also unique among snakes in that it builds a nest for its eggs, which the female guards ferociously until they hatch. The Komodo dragon has a venomous bite, contrary to previous belief that its saliva was just septic. The Komodo dragon, the world's largest lizard, was long thought to kill its prey with bacteria festering in its saliva. However, research has revealed that it possesses venom glands in its lower jaw. The venom contains anticoagulants and blood pressure, lowering compounds which cause its prey to go into shock and bleed profusely. The dragon then uses its powerful sense of smell to track the wounded animal until it succumbs. The electric eel can generate a shock of up to 600 volts to stun prey and defend itself. The electric eel, which is actually a type of knifefish, not a true eel, has specialized cells called electrocytes that make up about 80% of its body. These cells act like tiny batteries, and when discharged simultaneously, they can produce a shock of up to 600 volts and 1 ampere of current, enough to stun a horse. It uses lower voltage pulses for electrolocation, creating an electric field around its body to navigate and find prey in the murky waters of the Amazon. The narwhal's tusk is actually a giant tooth that can sense changes in its environment. The narwhal, the unicorn of the sea, is famous for the long spiral tusk that protrudes from the head of the male. This tusk is in fact an elongated left canine tooth that can grow up to 10 feet long. Recent research suggests it is a sensory organ containing millions of nerve endings that can detect changes in water temperature, pressure, and salinity, and perhaps even the presence of prey. The walrus uses its sensitive whiskers to locate clams on the dark seafloor. A walrus's most prominent feature, besides its tusks, is its thick, bristly mustache. These are not just hairs, they are highly sensitive vibrissae, packed with nerves. The walrus sweeps its snout back and forth across the seafloor, using these whiskers to detect the faint water jets expelled by buried clams. Once located, it uses its powerful lips to suck the clam right out of its shell. The starfish, or sea star, can push its stomach out of its body to digest its prey externally. Starfish have a unique way of eating animals like clams and mussels that are too large to swallow whole. They use the tiny tube feet on their arms to pry open the shell just a crack. Then they evert their stomach, push it out through their mouth, and insert it into the opening. The stomach releases digestive enzymes that liquefy the prey inside its own shell, and the starfish then retracts its stomach, now containing the soupy meal. The hagfish is a primitive fish that defends itself by producing vast quantities of slime. The hagfish is a jawless, eel-shaped creature that is a living fossil. When threatened, it exudes a protein and mucus from glands along its body. Upon contact with seawater, this mixture expands into a massive amount of thick, sticky slime that can clog the gills of an attacking predator, causing it to gag and retreat. The hagfish can then tie itself into a knot to wipe the slime off its own body and escape. The mimicry of the stick insect is so perfect that some species even sway back and forth to mimic a twig moving in the wind. Stick insects are masters of camouflage with bodies, legs, and antennae that perfectly resemble twigs or stems. Their deception goes beyond mere appearance. Their behavior enhances the illusion. They move with a slow, deliberate, rocking gait that mimics the movement of a plant branch, swaying in a gentle breeze, making them virtually invisible to predators in their forest habitats. The peppered moth is a classic example of natural selection, changing its predominant color from light to dark during the Industrial Revolution. The peppered moth exists in two main forms, light and dark. Before the Industrial Revolution in England, the light-colored form was common, as it was well camouflaged against lichen, covered tree bark. Soot from factories then blackened the trees, killing the lichen. The dark moths now had the advantage, as they were harder for birds to see. Within a few decades, the population shifted to being predominantly dark, a rapid and visible demonstration of evolution in action. The coelacanth is a living fossil fish thought to have been extinct for 66 million years until it was rediscovered in 1938. The coelacanth was known only from fossils and was believed to have died out with the dinosaurs. In 1938, a living specimen was caught off the coast of South Africa, causing a scientific sensation. This large lobe-finned fish is a deep water dweller and is more closely related to lungfish, reptiles, and mammals than to most modern ray-finned fish. Its discovery was like finding a living dinosaur. The tuatara is a reptile endemic to New Zealand that has a third parietal eye on the top of its head. The tuatara is the sole surviving member of an ancient order of reptiles that flourished alongside the dinosaurs. It is not a true lizard, and it possesses several primitive characteristics, including a third eye on the top of its head. This eye has a retina, lens, and nerve connection to the brain, but it is covered by scales in adults. Its function is not for vision, but it is thought to sense light and dark, possibly helping in thermoregulation or setting daily rhythms. The lungfish can survive out of water for years by burrowing into the mud and secreting a mucus cocoon. In response to drought, African and South American lungfish have an extraordinary survival strategy. They burrow deep into the mud, curl into a ball, and secrete a mucous membrane around their bodies that hardens into a protective cocoon, leaving only a small breathing hole. They then enter a state of estivation, a type of dormancy, drastically slowing their metabolism. They can remain in this state for up to 4 years, breathing air through a primitive lung until the rains return. The resurrection plant can survive almost complete desiccation, reviving within hours after a rain. The resurrection plant, a type of spike moss, is a master of surviving extreme dehydration. In dry conditions, it curls up into a tight brown ball that appears dead. It can lose over 95% of its water content. But when rain arrives, it unfurls, turns green, and resumes photosynthesis within hours. Its cells are protected by special sugars that preserve their structure during desiccation, a phenomenon being studied for crop science and medicine. The welwitschia plant of the Namib Desert only ever grows 2 leaves in its entire life, which can be over 1,000 years long. The welwitschia is one of the world's strangest plants. It consists of a short, woody stem and only 2 leaves. These 2 leaves grow continuously from their base for the entire life of the plant, which can span centuries or even a millennium. The ends of the leaves become shredded and tattered by the desert wind, giving the plant a sprawling octopus-like appearance. It survives in the hyper-arid Namib Desert by harvesting moisture from coastal fog. The corpse plant Rafflesia arnoldi produces the largest single flower in the world, which smells like rotting meat, found in the rainforests of Southeast Asia. Rafflesia is a parasitic plant that has no stems, leaves, or roots. It lives inside the tissues of a tropical vine. When it flowers, it produces a massive fleshy bloom that can be over 3 feet, 1 meter in diameter, and weigh up to 24 pounds, 11 kilograms. Like the Titanarum, it emits a foul odor of decaying flesh to attract its pollinators, carrion flies. The sensitive plant, Mimosa pudica, will rapidly fold its leaves inward when touched. The sensitive plant has a remarkable defense mechanism. When its leaves are touched, shaken, or warmed, the cells in the leaf S. pulvini motor organs lose potassium ions, which causes water to leave the cells. This loss of turgor pressure makes the leaflets collapse and fold together in a chain reaction. The movement is thought to startle herbivores or make the plant appear less appealing. The leaves will reopen after a few minutes. The Venus flytrap S rapid closure is driven by a sudden change in water pressure within its cells. The snapping shut of the Venus flytrap S leaves is one of the fastest movements in the plant kingdom. It is not a muscular action, but a hydraulic one. When the trigger hairs are stimulated, an electrical signal causes cells in the inner layers of the leaf to rapidly release water. This loss of turgor causes them to collapse, while the outer layers expand, forcing the trap shut in a fraction of a second. The seeds of the Cocodema palm are the largest and heaviest in the world, weighing over 30 kilograms, 66 pounds. The Cocodema, a palm tree native to the Seychelles Islands, produces a gigantic double-lobed seed that resembles a woman's pelvis. It can weigh over 30 kilograms and takes 6 to 7 years to mature. These seeds were once believed to grow on a mythical tree at the bottom of the ocean, and they were highly prized by kings and emperors who believed they possessed mystical properties. The quiver tree of Namibia prunes its own branches to conserve water during severe droughts. In a stark act of self-preservation, the quiver tree, a type of aloe, will shed its own branches during times of extreme water stress. By sacrificing a portion of itself, the tree reduces its overall surface area from which it can lose water, allowing the main trunk and root system to survive the drought. The fallen branches lie around the base of the tree like bleached bones, a dramatic testament to the harshness of the desert environment. The aspen trees in a grove like Pando all change color and drop their leaves in perfect synchrony. Because the trees in a clonal aspen grove are all genetically identical and connected by their root system, they respond to environmental cues as one single organism. In the autumn, when the days shorten and temperatures drop, a hormonal signal travels through the root network, triggering every tree in the grove to begin its autumn transformation at virtually the same time, creating a breathtaking unified display of gold. The maned wolf of South America is a fox on stilts, and its urine smells like marijuana. The maned wolf is a unique canid, not closely related to wolves or foxes. Its long, slender legs are an adaptation for seeing over the tall grasses of the Brazilian savanna, the Cerrado. Its urine has a distinctive, pungent odor due to a volatile compound called pyrazine, which is also found in cannabis. This smell has led to local nicknames and occasional problems with police, but it is primarily used for territorial marking. The eye, a lemur from Madagascar, uses its elongated middle finger to tap on trees and pull out grubs. The eye is a nocturnal primate with a bizarre and highly specialized feeding method. It taps rapidly on tree bark with its skeletal middle finger, listening for the echo of hollow chambers beneath. When it detects a grub, it gnaws a hole in the wood and uses the same slender finger to fish the insect out. This makes it a percussive forager, filling the ecological niche of a woodpecker. The fossa of Madagascar is the island's largest predator and looks like a cross between a cat and a mongoose. The fossa is a sleek, carnivorous mammal that is the apex predator of Madagascar. It is a member of the Euporidae family, which is most closely related to mongooses, despite its cat-like appearance. It is an agile climber, able to hunt lemurs in the trees with great skill. Its existence highlights the unique evolutionary path of Madagascar's wildlife, which split from the African mainland over 88 million years ago. The okapi, found in the Congo rainforest, is the only living relative of the giraffe. The okapi looks like a strange blend of animals. Its body is horse-like, its legs are striped like a zebra's, and it has a long, dark, prehensile tongue, like a giraffe's. For a long time, it was known in the West only from descriptions by local people and was called the African unicorn. It was not confirmed by scientists until 1901. Its tongue is so long it can use it to wash its own eyelids and ears. The pangolin scales are made of keratin, the same protein that makes up human hair and fingernails. The pangolin's primary defense is its coat of overlapping, sharp-edged scales. When threatened, it rolls into an impenetrable, armored ball. These scales are not bone. They are made of keratin, the same material as our own hair and nails. Sadly, this has not protected it from poaching, as the scales are falsely believed to have medicinal properties in some traditional practices. The narwhal's tusk was once sold in Europe as the horn of a unicorn. Before the narwhal was well known to science, its long spiral tusk was a source of mystery and wonder. Viking traders and other Arctic explorers would bring these tusks to Europe, where they were presented as proof of the existence of the mythical unicorn. They were considered incredibly valuable, often worth more than their weight in gold, and were believed to have the power to neutralize poison. The dodo bird was a flightless, friendly pigeon from Mauritius that was driven to extinction within 100 years of human discovery. The dodo has become a symbol of human-caused extinction. A large, flightless bird related to pigeons, it evolved on the isolated island of Mauritius with no natural predators. When Dutch sailors arrived in the late 16th century, they found the bird to be unafraid and easy to catch. Combined with the introduction of invasive species like rats, pigs, and monkeys, which ate their eggs, the dodo was hunted to extinction by the 1660s. The thylacine, or Tasmanian tiger, was the largest known carnivorous marsupial of modern times, last seen in 1936. The thylacine was a dog-like marsupial with distinctive tiger-like stripes on its lower back. It was native to Australia and New Guinea, but was eventually confined to Tasmania. Intense hunting, driven by bounties, and habitat destruction led to its rapid decline. The last known thylacine, named Benjamin, died in captivity at the Hobart Zoo in 1936, just 59 days after the species was granted protected status. The gastric brooding frog of Australia incubated its young in its stomach, and then gave birth through its mouth. This remarkable frog, now believed to be extinct, had a unique reproductive strategy. The female would swallow her fertilized eggs. The developing tadpoles and froglets would then secrete a substance that temporarily shut down the mother's production of stomach acid. The young would develop in the safety of her stomach, and when they were fully formed, she would give birth by regurgitating them out of her mouth. The last known individual died in 1983. The ivory-billed woodpecker, one of the largest woodpeckers in the world, is critically endangered and possibly extinct. The Lord God bird, as it was sometimes called due to its impressive size, was native to the old-growth bottomland forests of the southeastern United States. Widespread logging of its habitat in the 19th and 20th centuries led to a catastrophic population decline. The last universally accepted sighting was in 1944. Occasional, unconfirmed reports since then have fueled hope, but the species is likely extinct, a ghost of the primeval forests. The golden toad of Costa Rica was a spectacularly colored species that vanished due to climate change. The golden toad was a small, brilliantly colored toad that lived in a small, high-altitude cloud forest in Costa Rica. It was first described in 1966, but by 1989, it was gone. Its extinction is widely attributed to climate change, which may have altered the cloud forest's moisture levels and temperature, making it susceptible to a deadly chytrid fungus, or causing the pools where it bred to dry up. It is one of the first documented casualties of modern climate change. The cheetah is the fastest land animal, but it is also genetically bottlenecked, meaning all individuals are very similar. The cheetah can accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour, 97 kilometers per h in just 3 seconds, a feat unmatched in the animal kingdom. However, this speed comes at a cost. Genetic studies suggest that all living cheetahs are descended from a very small population that survived a near extinction event around 12,000 years ago. This has resulted in extremely low genetic diversity, making them more vulnerable to disease and reproductive problems. The kakapo of New Zealand is the world's only flightless parrot, and it is critically endangered. The kakapo is a large, nocturnal, ground-dwelling parrot. It is a classic example of island evolution. Having lost the ability to fly in the absence of mammalian predators, with the arrival of humans, cats, and rats. Its population plummeted. An intensive conservation program has brought the species back from the brink, with the population now slowly increasing from a low of just 51 individuals in 1995. The northern white rhinoceros is functionally extinct, with only 2 females remaining on Earth. The tragic story of the northern white rhino is a stark warning about poaching. The last male, named Sudan, died in 2018. Now, only 2 females, his daughter and granddaughter, remain under 24-hour armed guard in Kenya. Scientists are racing against time to use in vitro fertilization, IVF, techniques, using stored sperm from deceased males and surrogate southern white rhino females, to bring this subspecies back from the brink. The American bison was brought back from the brink of extinction through concerted conservation efforts. In the 19th century, the American bison, which once numbered in the tens of millions, was systematically hunted to near extinction, with only a few hundred individuals left by the 1880s. Thanks to the efforts of conservationists, ranchers, and indigenous tribes, the population has recovered to around 500,000 animals today, though most are in commercial herds, and they no longer play their former ecological role on the Great Plains. The California condor, North America's largest flying bird, was saved from extinction by a captive breeding program. By 1987, the entire wild population of the California condor was reduced to just 27 individuals, all of which were captured for a last-ditch captive breeding program. The program was a success, and condors have been gradually reintroduced to the wild. While still critically endangered, their numbers have grown to over 500, a testament to the power of dedicated science-based conservation. The black-footed ferret was declared extinct in the wild, but was rediscovered and is now being reintroduced. In 1979, the black-footed ferret was declared extinct. Then, in 1981, a small colony was discovered on a Wyoming ranch. The entire population of 18 animals was captured to start a captive breeding program. Since then, thousands of ferrets have been bred and released into the wild across the western United States, Canada, and Mexico. Its survival is tightly linked to the conservation of its primary prey, the prairie dog. The Arabian oryx was the first species to be downgraded from extinct in the wild to vulnerable on the IUCN Red List. The Arabian oryx, a beautiful white antelope, was hunted to extinction in the wild by the early 1970s. A handful of individuals remained in zoos and private collections. A successful world herd breeding program led to reintroductions starting in 1980. Today, there are over 1,000 wild oryx in the Arabian Peninsula, a landmark success story for captive breeding and species reintroduction. The story of the wolves of Yellowstone National Park demonstrates the concept of a trophic cascade. When wolves were reintroduced to Yellowstone in 1995 after a 70-year absence, they began to hunt elk. This changed the elk's behavior, keeping them from overgrazing willow and aspen trees along riverbanks. The regrowth of these trees stabilized riverbanks, reduced erosion, and created habitat for beavers and songbirds. The wolves' return. A top-down effect literally changed the physical geography of the park, showcasing the profound interconnectedness of an ecosystem. The discovery of penicillin by Alexander Fleming was a happy accident involving a mold that killed bacteria. In 1928, Alexander Fleming returned from a vacation to find that a mold, Penicillium notatum, had contaminated a petri dish of Staphylococcus bacteria. He noticed that the bacteria would not grow near the mold. He had discovered the world's first antibiotic, a substance produced by the mold to kill competing bacteria. This chance observation revolutionized medicine and has saved countless millions of lives. The structure of Velcro was inspired by the way burrs from the burdock plant stick to animal fur. In 1941, Swiss engineer Georges de Mestral went for a walk with his dog and returned covered in burrs. Curious, he examined one under a microscope and saw the tiny hooks that allowed it to cling so tenaciously to the loops in his clothing and his dog. S. Fur. He spent years replicating this mechanism, eventually creating the hook and loop fastener we know today as Velcro. The design of the Shinkansen, Japan's bullet train, was inspired by the Kingfisher's beak to reduce noise. Early models of the Shinkansen produced a loud tunnel boom when exiting tunnels at high speed. An engineer, an avid birdwatcher, noticed how a Kingfisher can dive from the air, a low resistance medium, into the water, a high resistance medium with barely a splash. The team redesigned the train's nose to mimic the Kingfisher's long, tapered beak. This not only eliminated the boom, but also made the train faster and more energy efficient. The self-cleaning properties of the lotus leaf have inspired a class of materials called superhydrophobic surfaces. The leaves of the lotus plant are renowned for their ability to repel water and dirt. Under a microscope, the leaf surface is covered in tiny, waxy bumps. This nanostructure causes water to form beads that roll off the leaf, picking up and carrying away dust particles with them. This lotus effect has been mimicked to create self-cleaning paints, fabrics, and glass. The humpback whale's tubercle lined fins have inspired more efficient wind turbine blades and aircraft wings. The leading edge of a humpback whale's flipper is not smooth. It has a series of bumps called tubercles. These tubercles change the flow of water over the flipper, allowing the whale to maneuver with incredible agility despite its size. Engineers have applied this same principle to the leading edge of wind turbine blades and aircraft wings, reducing drag, increasing lift, and delaying stall, making them significantly more efficient. The Namib desert beetle harvests water from fog by condensing it on its bumpy back. The Namib desert beetle lives in one of the driest places on Earth. To get water, it climbs to the crest of a sand dune as the fog rolls in early in the morning. It tilts its body forward, and the bumpy hydrophilic water, attracting texture of its wing casings, causes tiny water droplets from the fog to condense. The droplets coalesce and run down water, repellent channels directly into its mouth. The spider's web has inspired scientists to create synthetic spider silk and ultra-strong, lightweight materials. Spider silk's unique combination of strength, flexibility, and lightness makes it a material scientist's dream. Researchers are using genetic engineering to produce spider silk proteins in goats, milk, bacteria, and even genetically modified silkworms. The goal is to create new biomaterials for use in lightweight body armor, strong surgical sutures, and artificial tendons. The gecko's ability to walk on ceilings has inspired the development of powerful reusable adhesives. A gecko's foot is covered with millions of tiny hairs called setae, which are split into hundreds of even smaller tips called spatulae. These create molecular van der Waals forces, weak electrical attractions with any surface. The combined force of billions of these interactions allows the gecko to adhere to almost any surface. Scientists have created synthetic adhesives, like gecko tape, that mimic this dry, reversible adhesion. The bombardier beetle's explosive defense mechanism has inspired new designs for jet injection systems and fire extinguishers. The bombardier beetle's internal combustion chamber, which mixes chemicals and ejects them in a pulsed, high-pressure spray, is a marvel of micro-engineering. Researchers have studied this mechanism to develop more efficient fuel, injection systems for car engines, new types of medical needle, free injectors that deliver drugs through the skin, and even more effective fire extinguishers. The study of whale flippers has led to more efficient hydrofoils and submarine rudders. The bump's tubercles on the humpback whale's flippers not only improve maneuverability, but also increase efficiency by reducing drag. This discovery has been applied to the design of hydrofoils for ships, the rudders of submarines, and even the fins of surfboards, improving their performance and handling in the water. The iridescent colors of a butterfly's S-wing are not from pigment, but from structural coloration. The dazzling blues and greens of a morpho butterfly, S-wings are not caused by pigments, but by the microscopic structure of the wing scales. These scales are covered in intricate, grating-like structures that interfere with light, reflecting only specific wavelengths. This creates a much more intense and shimmering color than any pigment could produce. This principle is being used to create iridescent, non-fading paints and fabrics without using toxic dyes. The navigation skills of the monarch butterfly are being studied to improve GPS and autonomous vehicle technology. Every fall, millions of monarch butterflies embark on a migration of thousands of miles from North America to a specific small region in central Mexico. A place they have never been. They use a complex combination of a time-compensated sun compass and possibly the Earth's magnetic field to navigate. Understanding how their tiny brains process this information could lead to more robust and efficient navigation algorithms for drones and self-driving cars. The collective intelligence of an ant colony is being used as a model for optimizing computer networks and logistics. An ant colony, without a central leader, can find the shortest path to a food source, allocate workers efficiently, and build complex structures. This swarm intelligence is based on simple interactions between individuals following basic rules. Computer scientists use ant colony optimization algorithms to solve complex problems like routing delivery trucks, scheduling airlines, and managing telecommunications networks. The human brain remains the most complex object in the known universe, with over 86 billion neurons. The intricate network of the human brain, with its trillions of connections, or synapses, is capable of consciousness, emotion, creativity, and abstract thought. Its processing power and energy efficiency far surpass any supercomputer ever built. Unlocking its secrets is the final frontier of science, promising to reveal the very nature of what it means to be human. The DNA in every one of your cells, if uncoiled, would be about 2 meters long, yet it is packed into a nucleus 10 micrometers wide. The molecule of life, DNA, is a masterpiece of information storage and compression. In a process akin to stuffing 24 miles of thread into a tennis ball, your cells win DNA around proteins called histones, then coil and supercoil it into the compact chromosomes visible during cell division. This elegant packaging allows an immense amount of genetic information to be stored in a microscopic space and accessed when needed. The Great Barrier Reef is the largest living structure on Earth, visible from space, but it is made by tiny coral polyps. The Great Barrier Reef stretches for over 1,400 miles along the coast of Australia. This vast, vibrant ecosystem is built by billions of tiny soft-bodied animals called coral polyps. They secrete calcium carbonate to form a hard, protective skeleton. Over thousands of years, these skeletons accumulate to form the massive, complex structures of the reef. A city built by minuscule architects, the Amazon River discharges so much fresh water into the Atlantic Ocean that it alters the sea's salinity and color for hundreds of miles. The force of the Amazon is so immense that its freshwater plume can be detected far out into the Atlantic Ocean. This Amazon River plume carries sediments and nutrients that support a unique marine ecosystem and can lower the ocean's salinity significantly. The meeting of the brown, sediment-laden river water and the blue ocean water creates a stark, visible line from space. Lake Baikal in Siberia is the world's deepest and oldest lake, holding 20% of the world's unfrozen freshwater. Lake Baikal is a natural wonder of superlatives. It is over 1,600 meters, 5,250 feet, deep and is estimated to be 25–30 million years old, making it the oldest lake in the world. Its crystal, clear waters are home to thousands of unique species found nowhere else on Earth, including the Nerpa, the world's only exclusively freshwater seal. The Sahara Desert was once a lush, green savanna crisscrossed by rivers. Paleoclimatology reveals that the world's largest hot desert was not always dry. Just 5,000 to 10,000 years ago, during the African humid period, the Sahara was a verdant landscape with lakes, grasslands, and abundant wildlife, as evidenced by rock paintings of giraffes and crocodiles. This dramatic shift was caused by subtle changes in the Earth's orbit, which altered monsoon patterns. The Atacama Desert in Chile is the driest non-polar place on Earth. With some areas having never recorded rainfall, the Atacama is a place of extreme aridity. Its core is so dry that NASA uses it to test Mars rovers, as its soil is the most Mars-like on Earth. In some parts of the desert, decades can pass between rainfalls. Yet, even here, life persists in the form of specialized lichens, algae, and bacteria that survive on minuscule amounts of moisture from coastal fog. The Danakil Depression in Ethiopia is one of the hottest and most inhospitable places on Earth, with active volcanoes, acid pools, and salt flats. The Danakil Depression is a surreal, alien landscape. It lies more than 100 meters below sea level and is a volcanic area where tectonic plates are pulling apart. The ground is covered in vibrant yellow and green mineral deposits from hydrothermal vents, and poisonous chlorine and sulfur gases fill the air. Despite the extreme conditions, it is home to extremophile microorganisms that may hold clues to the origin of life on Earth and the possibility of life on other planets. The Burgess Shale in Canada preserves some of the most exceptional and bizarre fossils from the Cambrian explosion. The Burgess Shale is a 508 million-year-old fossil bed high in the Canadian Rockies. It provides a stunningly detailed snapshot of a moment in time when complex animal life was first exploding in diversity. The fine-grained mudstone preserved not just the hard shells, but the soft tissues of these ancient creatures, revealing a menagerie of strange and wonderful forms, many of which belong to lineages that have no living descendants. The soil in a healthy forest is a living, breathing entity, and the smell of geosmin is the smell of life itself. As you drift towards sleep, that hidden universe, the scent that rises after a rain, the geosmin, is the perfume of the countless bacteria working to sustain the world above. It is the smell of renewal, of cycles turning, of life persisting in the quiet, dark places. The forest is not a collection of separate beings, but a single, interconnected whole, breathing, communicating, and thriving in a slow green rhythm. May the image of dappled sunlight on leaves, the sound of a distant bird, and the feeling of soft moss beneath your feet lull you into a deep and restorative sleep. Thank you for joining me on this calming exploration of the woodland's wonders. Sleep well, stay curious, and until next time, let the quiet wisdom of the forest guard your dreams.